welcome into the Difference Between Us podcast, where the four of us discuss the difference between people and the unique perspectives each of us have on a given subject. On today's podcast, we're going to talk about amusement parks.
Woo!
They're amusing. It's not going to be as fun as a ride, but it might be. Raise your hands in the air. My name is Jason Galbraith, and joining me is David Modell.
Hello.
Hello, David.
Hello.
And my wife, Mindy Galbraith.
Hello, hello.
The inspiration behind this show, Stephanie Modell.
Hi.
How are you, Stephanie? What you writing there? Your trivia that you didn't prepare?
Oh, I will grab my trivia, which is on amusement parks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You
that
themed
just
it.
shows
You
how
themed it.
goddamn prepared I am.
You are super prepared.
Yeah, because before we didn't theme it because we couldn't and our setup didn't really work out. So I was trying to get it, and then I was like, I'm gonna do it on amusement parks.
Yeah, it's difficult. Now we can.
Now
we
can.
can the way we do it because we do every show live.
Yeah, so I kind of
so
think
that might
it's
work.
a cool idea. I know,
It's a lot of work. I don't want to do that.
okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, it's actually not a bad idea at all.
but I'm
so-
writing notes for our B-roll, which is after this.
Oh, nice.
Because
Discussion topic points.
We've kind of evolved into mini topics.
We certainly have.
Air quote mini topics.
I see the air quotes.
For those listening, I'm doing air quotes.
She's doing air quotes.
Well, we are videotaping.
Yeah,
Yes.
for YouTube. Yeah,
There's
So
tape.
go on
There's
it.
tape.
there's tape. Yeah, it's you can hear it if you listen closely. You can hear the reel to reel. But yeah, no, we are videotaping. We are videoing. How about that? We are creating video of this podcast. We had a little bit of an issue. I was trying a different program. I'll be brief about it. It's called Logic. Normally we use GarageBand. I think I'm trying to troubleshoot here.
Yeah.
So if it crashes tonight, then we know.
Yeah, pre-warning.
Obviously.
So are we actually recording too?
Yeah, we're recording on GarageBand now. I think it's just Logic takes up a little more space, and the two just don't work well together on the one computer. So I'm trying to troubleshoot it here, and if it works, then I'll just go through, go the way we've been doing it.
Yeah.
So we will be on video. We are on video. If you're watching now, you're like, yeah, I see you. You're right on video. But that'll come out Saturday with our podcast.
Yeah.
So again, amusement parks, but we are going to talk about what we're drinking as the norm. Mm-hmm. And we're not going to go into it a lot. But,
Well, you two have a pretty cool thing you're trying tonight.
we do.
Yeah,
David, go ahead and share that.
I got this whiskey club that my beautiful wife got me for Valentine's Day, and it's called Flavor
Now, are you
And
required?
Flavier-
Are you
Flavier.
or
required?
Flavier.
Are you required to say "my beautiful wife" when you say she gave
He
you
gets a
gift?
blowy every time.
Yeah, I have to say it. As
I'm
much
in
as
a
possible.
rare form tonight.
Good.
I'm just going to say.
Yay!
I
I
would
can
normally
see it.
never say that. Yeah.
I can see it.
It's awesome.
he's all
David loves this,
He
Stephanie.
wants us to stop the podcast now.
We might have to pause and come back. And it's kind of cool because it's got these three tasters, which we have. Jason and I have A, which is Old Pulteney.
Okay.
Old Pulteney.
Yeah.
It's a 12-year single malt Scotch, 40% alcohol, and it's really cool because you can see it on the little
Yeah.
video there.
If you
which you're
can't, go to
watching.
Facebook and watch.
Well, no, we're not on Facebook Live.
Oh.
It's YouTube. This is so for these shows I
Just
just
for the YouTube.
I do YouTube.
Oh, then go to YouTube. And
Yeah,
listen.
and we're live on our audio is live on Mixler for these shows, but for our Patreon shows, those are on.
So it's cool. They have pretty
Facebook.
much little vials of the whiskey, and
Mm-hmm.
and you could try it with. It's set up to 3 people. I think that's a little steep.
yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
really
much of a
looks like
pour.
enough for two.
it's a small, it's a little tiny taste if you do 3 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be much.
It's really one full good glass. Kinda.
It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool though. The taster comes with all the information regarding each.
Can I see this, Levi?
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
It goes. Excuse me. It comes with the 3 vials and then 3 little things that are that tell you all the notes and what this stuff is about.
Yeah, so we're just we're not really going to go into too much of what we're having. So that's the first one we had. As we're going through the podcast, we'll pour the other ones. But what reason why we bring this up is because now that David's part of this club, one of the things we're going to do for Poor Decisions, which is our Patreon show, is open up one of these samples, and we're not going to really even prepare for that show. We're just going to open up whatever it is, try them, and do the tasting notes and describe them a little bit and say what we think of them right there live on the podcast. So that'll happen once a month. So David got 2 samples. He brought these over. These are all the scotches.
Right.
The other one we're going to try has
1 scotch, 1 bourbon, and 1 rye.
which is
Oh.
really cool. So I'm looking
That's
forward
awesome.
to that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's from, what's the name of the company again?
Flavier.
Well, it's spelled weird, but it's
I think it's flavor.
FLAVIAR.
Got it. Yeah, and I'll put the link in our show notes if anybody's interested. You can check it out. It's really not that expensive. I think it's only $20 a month. They charge you
Yeah.
per quarter,
Right.
And you get a sample every month. Plus, you can get discounts on some of the bottles and stuff.
That's pretty
like
cool.
that.
Yeah, when I signed up, I actually texted Jason and Mindy on the side and was like, I heard you guys were talking about a whiskey club.
Yeah.
Like, which one? I was hoping you guys had done research on it, and I think you and David were like, no, not.
No, we haven't.
You didn't have like a specific one you
Yeah.
wanted in mind.
No,
So
the only ones I ever heard of was this one and Sip.
yeah, and I tried to find SIP and I couldn't. This one has signing bonuses, when you sign up. So I actually got it signed up. You got a $45 credit towards any bottle you wanted.
Nice.
Which is pretty good. Like he said, I'm only paying $60,
Yeah.
So $45 credit was pretty great. And then it was like a Valentine's Day bonus where you got a free little taster kit.
Nice.
So I got a pretty good deal on it. I like to shop around for a deal, so I would recommend it. But yeah, that's what they do. They send you tasters, see what you like, and then you get a bottle, free shipping. I think no tax, free shipping. I think.
Cool. That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, I'll put the link in the show notes to the actual site, and if you guys are interested in checking that out, those of you who enjoy the drink.
Wayne in the chat said, love my craft whiskey club. Love getting a new bottle every other month. They always send some chocolate that pairs well with
Ooh,
the
that's
one
cool.
they send.
awesome.
Please tell us which one you signed up.
Craft whiskey
Oh,
club.
that's what it's called.
Yeah, maybe
Oh, I thought he was
maybe
just
you should
saying.
do that one.
Maybe I should.
I thought he was just
Yeah, we'll
saying
do
it was
2
a
different
craft.
ones, and we'll get to taste both. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, shoot. Your bottle came in today. It's at work.
Damn it.
It's really fast shipping, I'll say. 2 days, we have whatever they're sending.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Pro tip.
Little promotional.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Promotion. Little promotion for flavor or however you
Stephanie, what are you
pronounce it.
drinking?
You know what? I'm just drinking a good old Blue Moon. I got to work tomorrow. So I drank earlier this week. A little too much, and I had to go to work the next day. So I'm keeping it easy. Just drinking some beer.
Taking it easy. Mindy's drinking the pass as usual, but hopefully you guys enjoyed Bitches Whining was released today, this morning.
I thought it was hilarious.
And I mean by this morning, I mean the day we actually record this podcast, which is Thursday evening live.
Right.
And then we release Saturday. So yeah, I think it turned out really good. You guys did a really good job. You girls did a really good job.
I think you guys outdid us.
You did. Yeah, your show's gonna be much
It was
better,
pretty
I think.
funny. I was
Well,
cracking up
our
today.
show only comes out once a month, so we have much more
It's
preparation
just like
to be
something
able
else
to
that
do.
comes out once a
See what he did.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be our next topic.
Shark Week.
Yeah, menstrual cycle.
All right, well, let's get into this bad boy. Let's get into
No,
this.
we won't.
Okay, let's get into this bad boy, talking about amusement parks. So the first thing is to all of us try to list the names of amusement parks. Are we just going California or are we going
I have a couple of
I
them.
think anything you
broad
can think of.
scope? Okay.
Yeah, broad scope.
All right, Mindy, go ahead. She said she had a couple.
Well,
and-
I'll say the only one I've been to outside of California was Great America. And I think it was in Illinois.
That's the only one you've been outside of California?
Yes. Well, we went, I think we'll discuss that one, but we've also been to Florida and been to all of those.
Yeah, to Disney World.
Disney
Which
World.
has several parks, amusement parks in it.
And you can get the park hopper.
Oh, so it's like I'm
It's
not
a
familiar
world.
with Disney World. So it's like Disneyland where there's California Adventure and Disneyland, 2 different parks.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Like she's saying, that's 2 separate parks, Mindy. We haven't been down to Disneyland in a long time, and there's 2 separate parks down there now. There's California Adventure and Disneyland.
yeah, but I thought Florida's different, though. It has, I don't know if I can even name them all or remember them all, but it has Epcot. Well, there's several parks.
Well,
it's
but
not
it's
just
a different
2.
entrance. I'm saying it's like Disneyland that only has 2.
Disney,
So Orlando has 5.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got quite a few. I don't
And
know
it's
how
a different
many.
entrance fee for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the only
what
two.
Mindy, what I think what Stephanie's trying to say is that we haven't been down there in a while.
Right.
When we went down there, it was just Disneyland.
Really?
Wow, it's been a long time since
Oh,
California
wow.
Adventure
The
was
last
around.
time you were
So
there.
then California Adventures come into place now. California Adventures where the old parking lot used to be.
Oh.
All right, so they built that there, and now there's 2 parks down there, separate entry fees.
Right.
So yeah, it is similar in that way, but it is a little different because when you enter that park, you're entering Disney World, and it's like, whoa, seats sinking.
That was crazy. That seat just went down.
It went down.
Rewind your podcast and watch
Scared
Jason's
me.
face when he falls.
Scared me a bit.
How did that even happen?
Well, because I had my leg folded back and I hit the lever.
that was great.
Anyway, so yeah, you enter in and there's quite a few. I should probably bring it up as we're going through when you guys are talking. I'll bring up all the different parks and I'll tell you which ones we went to.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
But yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's you don't have to leave. You can go to all kinds of different parks. You can spend a week there
Oh God.
and go to all the different parks, which is
Wow.
what we kind of
That's
did.
crazy.
So. All right, so we've named those. Go ahead and you guys help us out a little bit.
well,
let's see.
Legoland,
I've never been there.
Knott's Berry Farm,
Yep.
SeaWorld, where we went.
SeaWorld.
We've been to Disneyland and SeaWorld together.
Uh-huh.
We've never been to Six Flags Magic Mountain. That's close by
Together.
our city. We've never been to Magic Mountain together.
Together, but
We've
you've
only been to Disneyland, right?
Okay.
And the other one I said.
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Yes. Because SeaWorld was giving away free tickets to military.
Now, are we adding
right, correct.
water parks to that too, or
Yes.
that's separate?
Nope.
Okay,
Water
'cause-
parks are
Well,
included.
we did go to that.
We went to Hurricane Harbor together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You posted that picture of me.
I've never done Hurricane Harbor. That's a newer one. Well, it's been there a while now, but the Raging Waters
newer.
is another one. Raging Waters
Yep, in San Dimas.
and San Dimas. So
Weren't you,
there's
wasn't
a
there
lot.
Busch Gardens or something?
Busch Gardens. There was one in Virginia I went
Yeah,
to.
you said that before. Yeah, Busch Gardens in Virginia.
Busch Gardens is so weird. You would think it's all about beer, but
That is what I think of when I hear Busch Gardens. I think of like a beer garden. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because Busch is a beer, right?
Yeah.
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 well,
Head for the mountains
It's
of Busch.
majorly sponsored, and there's like all the different there's like German area, German, Irish Street, and all that stuff. So it was
Oh,
kind of
that's
like
awesome.
it was kind of like that, but I don't remember drinking that much.
Were you 21?
I remember,
yet?
I remember just going on all the rides.
Well, Mindy talked about the ones she had been to outside of California. You've been to Busch Gardens. Are there any others you have been outside of California?
I've been to Paramount's King's Dominion, which is in Richmond, Virginia.
What is that?
It's like Universal Studios, how it's
Forgot
theme
about
park.
Universal too, by the way.
Universal
Yeah.
Studios, and it's like that, but it's Paramount Pictures.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
And
cool.
It had more rides than more roller coaster type rides than
Yeah.
Universal does.
Universal
But,
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a Universal in Florida as
Orlando.
well.
Mhm.
Yeah, Orlando.
I
So.
want to go again because now they have a whole Harry Potter theme like castle at ours.
You want to go to Universal Studios Hollywood?
I haven't been there in forever.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
do
the
that
most
one again.
recent one
And the
we've
reason
been to.
why is because the last time we went there, me and my sister got really sick.
Oh.
I did not enjoy it
Like
at all.
Yeah, it's true.
nauseous? Like
We got sick
Diarrhea.
motion
with,
sickness? Or from food?
from food.
Diarrhea.
We ate when we got there,
One more
and we
time.
were sick the whole
They
day.
got diarrhea.
Was it diarrhea?
They got mud butt.
No,
Oh, that's a sucks. That's a suck.
That's a
Oh, that's a suck.
We should all go to Universal and
And-
we should podcast from there.
Diane's yelling, "Don't forget Universal Studios."
Yes.
Yeah,
I even
Universal's
just
cool.
like the City Walk.
Yeah, City Walk's cool. That would be
I-
fun to just do that.
I
for-
haven't been
for
to
a time.
Universal since they redid the King Kong that burned down.
Oh, I have. That ride is awesome. The
really?
new King Kong. I think it's part of the tram actually.
It is.
Yeah. It's part of the tram. They took away
They took away the old one that burned down. It was
Oh,
also
it-
part of the tram.
it. What? Okay, I'm not very familiar. Thanks, babe. The new one's great. It's like it's a circumference of the tram. It was really cool.
That is cool.
It was really cool.
All right, so let's go through the ones that we've been to. We did list, we already kind of said them,
So
but let's
many.
kind of brush over them that we've been to. I'll start, and I'll need help from you, Mindy. You said you
got-
got the list
yes,
of the
I
ones
do.
that are in Orlando. I've been to obviously Magic Mountain, but I haven't been in a very long time.
Magic Mountain, Six Flags.
Six Flags Magic Mountain. Have been there in a very, very long time.
Right. Me neither.
And actually, I think you do have to call it Magic Mountain. because that's where it's unique. Because there's Six Flags
Is
all
that
over the
the
place.
unique part?
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
thinking Six
Yeah, because
Flags
I think
was
Great
the unique
America is a
part.
Six Flags.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, see, good. Okay.
Yeah, so
Good point out.
it's Six Flags Magic Mountain, and that one's changed a lot. I haven't been.
Years.
Oh my God, probably 15
I
years.
would say
Long
50
time.
Yeah.
So it's been a very long time. Okay, so then there's Disneyland, of course, Knott's Berry Farm, which I think that's probably the one that I've been to the most recent, other than Universal. I went to Universal recently.
Real quick, Knott's Berry Farm. Have you been to Knott's Scary Farm?
Yes,
That's the one
that's
I
one we
went to,
went to.
Knott's Scary Farm.
Okay.
And then we went to Knott's Berry Farm with Ethan. We took Ethan when he was young. So that's within the last 15 years. He's 15 now. So he was probably about 5. So about 10 years ago, I went there with,
Okay.
with the family. Let's see. I've been to SeaWorld.
A couple
Then-
of SeaWorlds.
About
Then
how long ago was last time you were at
SeaWorld was, it was one of your birthdays.
It was probably more than 10 years
I
ago.
don't want to
More than
interrupt,
10 years ago.
But is like a zoo? Is that what you can? I mean, because it's SeaWorld. Is it?
It could
Are you
be.
considering
I
that an
think so.
amusement park?
Well, there's rides there, I believe, but you guys did mention SeaWorld.
She did, and I thought that then, but I'm like, there is a ride, at least one.
Yeah, that one's more of an amusement park than a normal zoo, I think. But I have been to the San Diego Zoo.
I would count zoos.
Yeah,
Because you're right.
Well, part of the amusement parks that are at the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, one of them is the Safari Park, and
Right.
and
Yeah, it's
that-
called Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, and that was super awesome. So let me go through those ones. Minnie, go ahead and list them out.
Okay,
And say which
the-
ones we've been to.
The ones, there's Walt Disney World, obviously, and then there's 4 theme parks: Magic Kingdom,
That we went to that one.
Epcot,
Epcot, we went to that one.
Hollywood Studios,
Didn't go to that one.
the Animal Kingdom.
And we went to that one. Animal
In
Kingdom.
Orlando, they have a Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, isn't
That's
that
fun.
well? There is
Cute.
a Hollywood in Florida.
Oh.
There is.
But they are talking about LA, right? It's like stars and
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
I'd imagine.
There's one other one too, was a water park. I don't think we went to it, but there is a water park right off the edge there. And we just couldn't.
Okay, so there
we
isn't
couldn't-
really that many more parks there. Then there's only 3 or 4.
Well, there's other ones there.
Yeah, but
these are
it's-
the ones that
are
were
related to Disney.
around Disney World.
yeah,
part of Disney World.
Yes.
There's also one where you got to watch out for gators.
yeah. Most of them are that way. It's crazy there.
Remember that kid that got?
Yes,
Yeah, Eaton.
right. So those are the ones that I've been to. David, go ahead and roll, man. Roll with it.
Like I said, King's Dominion, which is Paramount Pictures in Richmond, Virginia. Busch Gardens,
Okay.
Six Flags Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm. Never went to Scary Farm.
Scary Farm's
Which is
awesome.
the same thing. It's just same place, right? It's not.
Yeah, but
different
it's
place.
way cool the way they do
It's a
it.
different.
It's a different
Right.
experience.
Yeah.
It's like Universal in their Halloween thing. It's
exactly
crazy.
It's just
stuff.
a
Yeah.
different experience.
Yeah. Universal.
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland. I think
Probably should have wrote these down.
I think that's it. SeaWorld, obviously, and I've been to the LA Zoo, San Diego Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to count those as amusement, because you do get amusement out of it.
Well, and
That's
it is
true.
like a major attraction here in California.
Yeah.
That is true.
I love zoos. Did we go to the LA Zoo or the San Diego Zoo? We went to LA Zoo, right?
No, we went to San Diego.
We went to San Diego Zoo. We've never been to the LA Zoo.
That's a cool
Not
zoo. It's a
together.
really nice zoo. Very hilly. If you're gonna walk it, you get pretty damn
We,
tired.
Yes.
we walked it.
That is
So-
right.
We
Oh,
actually
God,
bought
yeah.
shoes before. Remember?
I remember that, yeah.
You were like, I want to go to the zoo. I'm like, well, we better buy
We-
shoes. It's really hilly.
We went to Ross.
Yeah.
Good old Ross.
So Stephanie,
So I have been to Six Flags Magic Mountain in Southern California and Knott's Berry Farm in Southern California and Disneyland in Anaheim. And I've been to Raging Waters San Dimas,
oh
California.
yeah, Raging Waters. I've been there too. My bad.
Real small though.
Yeah.
I cut my toe. I cut the top of my toe off almost all the way off
Oh my!
before we went. That's the only reason I remember.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's
But my mom just like put it right back on and kind of put a Band-Aid on it.
nice.
And we still went, we just I think she called the doctor, or maybe we went to and they were like, just wrap her foot in in plastic. So I had like a plastic bag on my foot. And by the end of the day, I remember it being off. I think it really just connected right back. Because if you cut yourself and you connect it right back, your skin will kind of,
It will.
it'll just kind of
Yeah.
glue back together.
Just looking at it with like
it will. I'm serious. It
Does
will.
your toe look normal now? To
My
this
toe's
day?
totally normal. It was like back together by the. I don't barely remember it. I remember I didn't cry. My mom's like, does it hurt? And I was like, no. She's like, cool.
I don't want to. It doesn't. It doesn't hurt. I want to go play at.
Yeah, I was like, we're on Raging Waters. Like, Didn't
I
complain at
forgot to
all.
mention, which you also been to, is Hurricane Harbor. We didn't
Hurricane
say.
Harbor, part of Six Flags.
Yeah.
So not Six Flags. SeaWorld, David and I went. I think that's really it. I've only been to like the 4 close ones, and I haven't been to Knott's in probably 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to Knott's Scary Farm with my softball team in college.
Okay.
So that was probably 08, 09.
Yeah.
So
Most
maybe 10 years ago.
Most recent one for us is Universal. We went with Mindy's family about 3 years ago, 4
What-
years ago, something like that.
What was the one we went to in Santa Cruz? Was it a,
That's not an amusement park.
was it a SeaWorld though, or
In Santa Cruz?
No,
Did you
you're
go to
talking about Monterey, the
Monterey.
Aquarium.
Monterey? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But
been to
then
the Long Beach Aquarium.
the
Yeah, I
Santa
have
Cruz
too.
had a cool boardwalk with
Boardwalk.
the Ferris wheel and
They
all that
do,
stuff.
yeah, which we didn't go on, but yeah, we walked the boardwalk, but we didn't go
No.
inside and go on.
I was
the
gonna say
Ferris
you went to
wheel.
the boardwalk. That boardwalk is really cool.
It is very nice. It's very nice there. Beautiful,
that's-
beautiful town.
That's where they filmed the movie Lost Boys.
Indeed,
We really liked that town. That was a really cool town.
it is.
So
So
I haven't
sleep
been
on
to
the
as
beach.
many. I haven't been to as many parks, I think, as you guys have. I've only been to, what was that, 5?
yeah, not so many.
Well,
yeah,
they
we've
went
been
to
to
5
more.
in one place.
That's probably why we're so when we get to it here. That's why we're so sort of burnt out on them, and we just won't. We really don't go back.
So before we get too much further, Wayne said the only one I've been to is Silverwood, huge coasters and a water park in Idaho.
That's similar to Six Flags Magic Mountain. Probably
I would imagine, yeah.
And he also said the zoo in Seattle is pretty sweet. Woodland Park place is huge, and you can get easily stay a couple hours.
You can easily
stay
Yeah, you,
a couple hours.
Davindi. Yeah, the place is huge, and you can easily stay a couple hours.
Oh, that's it? A couple hours?
That's not very long.
Yeah.
But
Disneyland, you can stay a couple days. They sell 3-day passes.
or is he saying within the zoo there's Woodland Park or something like that? I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway,
Interesting.
I'm sure they have a great zoo there, probably.
Yeah.
So okay, Mindy, did you want to go through yours, or they
Well,
pretty much the same as mine?
They're the same, and the only other ones before you was Magic Mountain because I worked there.
Oh, here we go. That's one of the questions too.
Ah, that will come up later.
Well,
Yeah.
you said Great America though. Did you go to Great America?
I did not go to Great America.
I named that one in the beginning. I was really young. I don't even really remember it either. I just know it was a huge park, and I was by myself with my aunt and uncle. But
Have you guys ever been to Wet and Wild in Vegas?
no,
No.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Strip club? No. No, I have not. So, all right, let's move on to the next question. When was the last time you went to one? We kind of already answered a lot of these as we've gone along.
Well,
So,
no.
but we can be more specific.
Well, last time you went was 10 years ago?
Last time we went to Universal was about 4 years ago.
When was the last time you've been to an amusement park, David?
The San Diego Zoo with you, I would say would be the last time.
Yeah,
if
and
we're
that
counting
was-
zoos.
That was about 2 years ago.
Right, and before that I think was SeaWorld or Disneyland with you.
Well, we were just talking about SeaWorld, right?
Yeah.
That was about 2 years ago.
No, I said San Diego Zoo.
Oh. Okay, that was last year. We went for Marilyn's wedding.
Okay.
So, okay. So,
If you
yeah.
say zoo, I would say that one. A regular one would be I think it was Disneyland.
What was the other one you said? SeaWorld?
Yeah.
I think we went to SeaWorld last. Anyway, so we've been to a couple in the last 3 years. The 3 years we've been together, we've been to San Diego Zoo, Disneyland, and I think that we went to that in our first year. And the second year we were together, we went to SeaWorld.
Gotcha.
okay.
So we've been actually more recent than I was thinking, actually.
So, for clarification, the zoo is called Woodland Park.
Oh, okay.
A couple hours at a zoo is good enough.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
be different. If
I
you could-
agree.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
would
think
be-
we were only there for a couple hours.
You know, you realize you guys several times in this podcast already. I love you lots, but you're talking right over me as I'm reading and stuff like that.
Okay,
If
we're
you
so
notice you're
sorry.
doing that.
We're so sorry.
I'm not trying to school you, but you know,
You are.
have some love and respect for the guy who's talking. You know what I mean? Thanks.
Okay, we're all quiet.
Mindy, let him talk.
It's not that. It's like I'm like in the middle of it, and then okay, let me stop. Okay. Anyway, he goes. But
From
it
the last
doesn't
podcast,
matter.
I thought that's what we did. I thought we just interjected. So I gotta keep with you guys. Keep changing it on me.
No. It's like okay. Like
You know
maybe-
what? I'm not gonna be in this podcast.
All right. See, this is
literally
why
thought it
you,
was gonna
you-
come back
You,
around.
you literally can say nothing, and you can't edit anybody until after. I realize that.
You got to
'cause
fix it in post.
on the podcast, if you say something, everybody gets offended. So, keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, he was saying would be different if you could play with the animals,
Ooh, that would not be good.
and then
Well, you can at that one park we went to. I don't know which
not a
zoo or SeaWorld. I think it was SeaWorld where you can play with the stingrays. And
that was Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach.
Oh, okay. Forgot
Yeah.
about that one.
You can also do it at SeaWorld.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I don't think we did that, but we were playing with the sharks. You could pet the sharks and the stingrays. The stingrays are kind of slimy. Sharks felt like sandpaper. Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting. So, all right. Well, Mindy, when was the last time you went to one?
Gosh, it would have been with you. And do you remember?
I just felt like you want to answer if you wanted to. It was 2 years ago or 3 years ago with
Oh,
your
Universal Studios.
Universal.
Yes,
when you
that's
got
right.
sick and you got the shits.
Yeah, I don't really remember it. I don't think I had the shits. I think I threw up.
And
Well-
you had the shits. I know
Well, we
that.
might have both had the shits. Who knows?
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Coming out both ends.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't eat at Universal. That first 50s restaurant or whatever the heck it is, right when you walk in, don't do it. It was no good.
Okay. All right, we won't do it then. Stephanie, how are you?
Good.
Okay. All right.
I honestly don't know what 50s diner you're talking about. It was only 3
Johnny
years ago?
Rockets?
Maybe that's what it was. It's like right when you first walk in.
And you said it was your whole fam went. Your fam was visiting. You guys all went.
Yeah.
How many of there were you?
I think was my mom on that
Yep,
trip too?
Spence too. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, there's
It was about 8 of us.
8 of us.
Oh, okay, big group, but only you and your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
you
we
guys
had
ate
the
the
same
same thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know what I had. That's probably got.
I think we had the hamburgers.
I got the veggie option. Something. Probably got the veggie option.
Probably should have went with
Can't
that.
go wrong with
Yeah.
veggie option.
Usually you can't. So I usually go with that one. All right. So which is your favorite park, David?
Ooh.
Favorite park?
If you go anywhere again, one more again.
Well, because I think it's hard to do that one because I've been to these ones so many times growing up. So like Six Flags Magic Mountain's great, but I've been there so many times. I'm like, I don't really care to go.
Right. Yeah.
I'd rather go to the other parks that I didn't go to as much. Disneyland or Universal or something like that. Like Universal, I went when I was 5, and I didn't go again until I was an adult. So it was like a huge gap. I vaguely remember being scared out of my mind at King Kong, and it had just opened that year.
What about a park you haven't been to that you'd want to go to?
Great America, I want to check out. I think King's Dominion would probably be my one that I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to go back.
I can't keep them all track. Which one's King's Dominion?
Paramount's.
Okay, and that's in Virginia.
Yes.
And then what was the other one you said?
Great America.
And where's that one?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. And there's rides.
Yeah, it's
a
big.
Six Flags.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a six. It's
Yeah, it's a
another
big one.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. So it's got roller coasters.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it has the fastest roller coaster in the United States, or the tallest, or something. It was something like that.
Yeah.
Some
Yes.
record-breaking thing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
I'll look that up.
Well, any park I want to go to Disney World, I guess. I've never been there. I've obviously heard great things about it. I didn't even know that there was multiple parks. That's cool. I don't know if I'd want to go to like every park. I'd probably just want to go to like the main like Disney. Is there like a main Disney?
Magic Kingdom.
Okay, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
That's the one I'd want to go to. And then I'd maybe want to go to the Hollywood one.
I think you'd want to go to Animal Kingdom. It was pretty cool.
It's kind of like a zoo though, right? Like a safari?
Yeah, it's a safari. You're
Yeah.
driving through, and it's pretty cool. Also, Epcot's awesome.
I don't know what that means. What's Epcot?
Epcot has Future World, and then it
So
has
cool.
this other area which we spent a lot of time in, which we really liked it. It goes through all different countries, so you'll walk around the perimeter of this water area. There's water in the center, and you'll walk around, and it's different countries, and they hire people from those countries to work there.
That's awesome.
So you're experiencing, and it's Disneyland, so you're.
You're immersed in a culture?
It feels
Yes.
like you're immersed, yeah. So
That would
there's
be cool.
alcohol you can try. There's beers and stuff you can have,
And the food.
and so we tried different foods from different
That
countries.
does sound fun.
So we spent the most time there. We had a really good time walking around. I think that's where we had the most fun. Magic Kingdom is exactly like Disneyland.
Okay.
It's carbon copy with the exception of the castle's way bigger.
Then you're probably right. Then on that advice, pro tip, don't go to Magic Kingdom
Well, go to
if you've been to Disneyland.
yeah, go to see how much, because Disneyland was built first, and they built Magic Kingdom later, and he designed it exactly the same. The only difference is he had more room, more space.
Yeah.
So that like the castle's, it's kind of cool to see it a little bit bigger, but literally the layout is the same.
I believe they're different
Same
castles
rides?
too.
Same. I don't know if what it's like now. That was.
You all went there for your
16 years ago.
honeymoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we did for our honeymoon.
That's kind of cool, I think.
So it was a long time ago, but the way it felt for us when we walked in, we're like, oh, this is just like Disneyland.
Okay.
And we had gone to Disneyland so much.
Diane in the chat is saying she wished she could afford the season pass. Does anybody know what
To Disneyland.
Disneyland season pass is?
Oh, it's really
I heard
expensive.
it's close up to 1,000.
I think that's the bare minimum is 1,000. It used to not be that.
No, I don't think it's that much.
Oh, it is.
It's gone up.
It really
I know
is.
that recently.
Actually,
Oh, well, don't ask me.
Yeah, I hate Disneyland.
I think
I-
it's like $65 a month.
Yeah, you can split it up in payments.
Oh, can you?
Well, then it depends. Are you getting a park hopper? Are you just getting Disneyland? Like, there's a lot of options. Do you live in Southern California? Like,
oh my God, but
So you
why
can't
would
really
you want to
say it's-
see that every single... I mean, it's the same shit.
I just remember if you buy a
And it's
season,
expensive.
if you buy a season pass to Disneyland, it's like buying 2 tickets. So I've had a Disneyland season pass for 3 years in a row because I went there at least twice a year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the signature passport is $1,149, and there's a signature plus passport. It's $13.99. You could get a deluxe for $7.99.
yeah, see, I'm thinking about the SoCal pass. If you live in Southern California, it's like $3.99. I remember being like $300.
Well,
not
I don't
that
know if it
anymore.
is anymore.
It's not. It's gone way, way, way up because Tina goes all the time, and I believe she gets the season pass.
Well, what does that say right there? Disneyland Southern California Select Passport.
Admission to one or both theme parks during select days.
Is $3.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I don't really know a lot about it, but they do talk about they
pretty
black
limited.
out so many days, so
Yeah.
you're very limited on.
That's the one I've always bought. Is the $3.99 one.
Ah.
You can't go weekends. Weekends are usually blacked out.
Which you don't really want to go weekends. It's going to be really, really, really
Exactly.
busy. So you just if you invest in that and you're a fan, then you just take a day off and go. You make
Yes.
it a thing if you're really into that. Which why would you be?
Because it's not that expensive if you think about
So
it.
you're right. The $1,400 one is admission to the park every day of the year.
Any day.
Wow,
Yeah.
And
that's dedication.
I think they say that the slowest day on Disneyland, David, do you remember? I think is Father's Day.
Because the fathers don't want to go there.
Yeah. And you do what the dad wants. I think they say, I think there's
It's
usually
that-
specials.
Is that or Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah. Or Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It's
that makes
both
sense.
very slow days.
Yeah.
Kinda
I went to Magic
fun
Mountain
fact.
when I was a kid one time, Six Flags Magic Mountain, and it was Super Bowl Sunday. At that time, my family didn't really watch much football, so we went, and it was normal. It felt normal. And then as soon as the game started at 3, the park was empty.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And we just got to go on whatever ride you wanted as fast as you want. You can just keep going.
We should go Disneyland on Father's Day.
No.
I thought you
don't-
liked Disneyland.
I had fun, but I don't know if I want to go on Father's Day.
Right, because it's so important and we do
I want to
so
see my
much.
fucking father.
Oh, that's right. I don't feel that way. So I'm like, what?
Well, he's not here either, so that's part of it.
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking of Jason. I was like, Jason's gonna be like out of state. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's who I think
so-
of on Father's Day.
If you wanted to go to a trip to Cali, Wayne is asking where is the best place to go. Now we were going around the room, right?
Well, let me just say this. I'm going to be incredibly negative about it because I don't really. I hate to be that guy. I don't want to be
So
that guy.
You're gonna be
But you
negative?
are.
Okay.
So weird. Jason's so unlike you.
Go ahead.
Any one of them is great. Come to California.
They're all wonderful.
I will be.
I
honest,
just
Wayne.
don't like amusement parks. I don't. Probably because I didn't really like them when I was younger either. It's crowded. I don't want to pay a bunch of money just to wait in a line for 45 minutes to go on a ride that lasts 2 minutes, maybe less than that.
Okay, so I think the better option for people that are coming to California is to go during the week. Weekends are crappy, shitty. There's too many people. You end up waiting in lines, like you
But
said.
where?
Any of them, really.
Well,
During
what
the
is
week.
your suggestion?
Depends on what you like.
Okay,
Wayne,
well-
if
Now,
you like roller coasters, you should go to Six Flags all day. That's the best one
Yes.
for roller coasters.
Tons of roller coasters.
Yeah.
If that's your fancy. If you want all of them, like we agree, weekdays, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're asking me, I would say go to Disneyland California Adventure.
Yeah.
You can drink there. And it's a little bit more adult Disney. Not being from California, and you're gonna go one place, Disneyland.
Yeah, I'd get the park hopper and go to both. But that's if you don't really like, because it's not roller coasters. There's like only one roller coaster,
Right.
but there's a lot of really cool rides.
Yeah.
They're just not all roller coasters. They're not all fast, but there's a lot of cool ones.
Right.
Yeah. I like California Adventure way more than Disneyland. If I had to go to one, it would be California Adventure.
Okay.
Disneyland's more kiddies, teacups spinning, and elephants going up and
Yeah.
down. There's
Pirates,
actually
though.
there's actually a roller coaster. Pirates is great, but again, you're sitting in a canoe, going 2 miles an hour, looking around. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I would
fun.
say too, like if roller coasters is your thing or fast rides, it's got to be Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
If you're into film, Universal.
Oh, Universal's awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Agree. Wayne says, I can drink there. Sign me up.
That's kind of my thing. You can drink.
Yeah.
You can also drink at Universal. There's Duff. There's Simpsons Land.
Yeah,
And
you
there's a
can
bar.
drink
Duff
there.
beer. Yeah.
You can drink there. In fact, at the place we ate, they were selling big old cans of beer. I think they were $455 or something like that. It was a deal.
Rounding
No, it was a deal.
rounding up.
It was definitely a deal. I bought one. But okay, so the next question is, do you even like amusement parks?
Ooh, Jason, go first.
No, I don't. Did I at one time? Yes. Things have just changed for me. It's not that I wore myself out. It's that I just really don't want to pay a bunch of money. I would rather, honestly, I would rather go camping. I would rather go experience nature. I feel like, we live our lives entirely in the hustle and bustle, and I don't want to go on vacation in the hustle and bustle. And I think because of what we did for our honeymoon, it ruined me, because you know what it's like to prepare for a wedding. It's chaos.
Yeah.
It's chaos, and the weeks and months leading up to it were chaos. The day was chaos, and then we went on vacation to chaos, sort of. I mean, it was crowded, it was hot and humid, and
And that was the thing too. Don't ever do Orlando in July.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Now, if we would have gone, to Sandals, I might still like amusement parks. But because of that, I think for me at this point in my life, it's more about relaxing and not being around a shitload of people and taking a break. You don't get those that often. So this kind of thing in an amusement park is more stressful to me than anything else. Parking, lines, waiting. You know what I'm saying? Kids, by the way, little kids.
Ick.
Yeah. So for me, that's me. And I'm glad I represent this community of people.
I think a good answer for Wayne's previous question is don't go to amusement park. Go to an amazing campsite that California offers.
Well, and
Go to the beach.
For
This
Wayne,
is
he
true.
should go to Lost Coast Distillery, which is supposedly the Disneyland of all distilleries
oh, okay,
in
nice.
it?
Southern California.
Really?
Why?
What's it called?
Lost Coast Distillery,
Why do people say that?
because they said it's like between it when you walk in, the way they set it up, your tour, it's like Willy Wonka meets Disneyland meets distillery.
Oh, that's cool.
I've talked about it before.
You have. Now I recognize it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking it had rides or something.
But if Wayne does like amusement parks, I just represent people that don't necessarily enjoy them. But if Wayne likes them, certainly there's great ones down here, and people love going to them. We have friends that do get the Disneyland pass and go all the damn time. Remember our friend Brendan Lee?
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife Candy would go all the time.
All the time.
We'd be like another adventure, and it would have a number, and So people do love it.
I think Diane does, and I know Tina does. There's a lot of people we know.
I would say if you're coming to California for the first time, don't go to Knott's Berry Farm.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
That
no,
one's
no.
awful.
See the two big ones in
Yeah.
my opinion is
Disneyland.
Disneyland and Six Flags Magic Mountain.
I agree
Those are
with
the
you.
two big parks.
Yes.
And Magic Mountain, and they're completely different, polar
Yes.
opposites of each other. Magic Mountain is all about rides and enthusiasm, and then of course Disneyland is about Disney. You
Right.
know,
And that I think Universal is super cool.
that's true.
Along-
That is another.
along
Maybe a
with
number
those-
3.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Because if you don't like a lot of rides, they have some rides, but the rides are different. And
They're more for adults.
yeah, and what I mean is like some of them are. What's that one you go through? And
The backlot one?
no,
You're
it's
talking about a Universal?
yeah, Universal, and
It's just motion.
it's motion.
Yeah,
but
it's
but
not an
you
actual
feel
ride.
like you're riding.
Yeah, it's simulated, but you're
Simulated.
moving. You're
There you
inside
go.
the thing, and
Well,
it
they-
is moving. But
So that was
those make
they used to do Back to the Future, then it switched to The Simpsons.
Okay,
and that's
so
like that.
see,
You're
and I
not
didn't
really
get to do
moving
that
anywhere.
one.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
all right.
But so Universal is really cool because you get to do a lot there.
Universal is pretty cool. It does have a lot of movie themes and stuff like that. I did enjoy it. It wasn't.
It's enjoyable.
It wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
So what else do we have here?
What was the last
Well,
question? I don't think we all answered
They
it.
didn't. Yeah, they
Do
didn't.
you even like amusement parks?
David?
I like Jason. I feel like I liked them a lot more when I was younger, and now I hate people.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if it's crowded, I don't want to be there. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like being where somebody likes to walk in front of you and then stop without getting
Yeah.
out of the way. That's I don't want to be frustrated and pissed off
That's
walking around a place.
how I end up.
And that's exactly how I end up. I think the last time we went to Disneyland, I somehow did not get like that, and maybe because it was our first time kind of going to something like that, I had fun, and it was like our first. I think it was my first time going to California Adventure,
Oh, maybe.
so it was cool.
We went during like Halloween, Christmas time. It was decorated Halloween. I know
Yeah.
that because we took a picture in front of a big Mickey.
Well, yeah, we also went
Pumpkin.
to the Haunted Mansion, and they had it Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's right.
And that's what I hadn't done either before.
Yeah, first time. I like amusement parks. I have patience and I don't have a problem with people, so I like all of them. I'm not so much into riding roller coasters anymore and being shaken around.
Yeah,
and
me
stuff.
neither.
It just doesn't bring me the pleasure that it once did. When I was younger, I loved it, and I loved the Rush and X or Double X now or whatever it's called now.
X squared.
It's such a cool ride. Like it'll give you a. I've never in my life been on a ride that
Where's
makes you
that?
feel that way at Six Flags.
Okay.
Is it called Scream
It's-
They have one called Scream as well.
or is it called X?
No, there's one that's called X, and there's one that's called Scream.
I don't remember which one it is. It's by
X-
Viper.
X is next to Viper.
Okay, that ride is exhilarating.
Yeah.
What
Oh
what
my
does it
God.
do?
Say you're on the roller coaster track, but you're off to the side and you aren't held in
Each
one
car
spot.
pivots. Yeah, each car pivots.
Oh
yeah.
my God!
Yeah, so as you go up and around, you're kind of moving,
Twisting
Almost
and
like
turning.
you're floating.
You're Yeah, you're kind of floating. You're connected by the side of the roller coaster instead of by the bottom. For people who are listening, if you're with me, but the beginning is so scary, and it's literally taken my breath away.
Oh
That's
God!
awesome.
I couldn't
Well,
breathe.
If
Oh,
I
no.
And it
remember
was
right,
great.
you know
That's
how all these roller coasters do the same thing. That you hear that click 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 click, and it's going up to the top. It does all that.
Building.
So then it gets to the top, and you can see the drop. And as
Oh
you
my
start to
God.
drop, it pivots, so you're going backwards.
Yeah. You all of a sudden rotate backwards and you can't see anything.
And then it
and
shoots
you're
a
going
fireball.
down.
It shoots a fireball right in front of you.
Yeah, and then it shoots fire at you. David is correct.
Fire.
Cool.
It
Yeah, they
is-
shoot fire right there. It's crazy. You're like, whoa, what
It's
the heck?
amazing.
So that throws you off probably.
Oh,
It's a
no
little bit.
way.
Of,
Oh, it's so many senses and all of a sudden your sight is taken away from where you're going. And then all of a sudden the feeling of sense comes in where it's hot. Fire is being thrown at you, literally. And you feel like the heat of it and you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, it's so much fun.
It's a crazy
So
ride.
That was That's a great ride. I enjoy Magic Mountain. It's a couple hills. The Riddler I love a lot. I did go a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, I did too.
So there are still rides that I love, and but yeah, I'm not. Now if I go, I won't ride as many.
Yeah.
I'll just ride the quality ones. I'm not riding any wooden, shake-a-thon.
Yeah.
And I like Disneyland. I don't like Disneyland as much as like there are some fanatics.
Yeah, no, I know some.
And Jen A, who's usually in the chat, she is a avid lover of Disney. So
She always had a pass living in Southern California.
yeah, she loves it. She comes back to go, and but I'm not that into it. It's just Disney.
Yeah.
I like California Adventure more because you can drink, and I think it's more adult. But I like them. I would say, generally speaking, I like amusement parks. I love zoos. I love zoos, and I love circuses, which circuses are not in this conversation, but I love the zoo. Every time I've gone, I've had such a good time.
That's cool. Mindy, do you like amusement parks?
I used to when I was younger. I just don't like the roller coasters anymore. And like you, what was a big turnoff for me is the wait in lines, and it was over so fast that
It wasn't worth it.
it just wasn't worth it for me. So
That was Batman at Magic Mountain. The Batman rides, I think we timed it. It's like 44 seconds, but you wait in line for
Oh my God.
hours. When that ride opened, it was like 3-hour wait for 45
see,
seconds.
and that's so.
It's stupid.
And a lot of times I went, it was in the summer and it was hot, and they'd have these misters, and you were just dying. And to buy a bottle of water was ridiculous. Probably
Yeah,
no matter what year you went.
Yeah, they always upcharge.
Wayne in the chat said, have you heard about the big mall that has a theme park in it? The only one, I don't know if he's saying West Edmonton Mall in Canada. I don't know if that's the one he's talking about, but there's also Mall of America.
I don't know that it has a theme park in it, but it has
does.
a roller coaster in it.
Yeah.
Mall of
okay,
America
right.
does.
Different.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've heard of Mall of America, but not the Edmonton Mall, West Edmonton Mall. So cool. All right. So next one, I think that we'll have everybody's may say yes to this. Maybe
okay.
we'll see. Have you ever worked at an amusement park? If so, what secrets can you share? I have. I worked at Magic Mountain for a week.
1 week.
1 week.
You hated it, or
Absolutely hated
that's
it.
what I thought.
I was working also at UPS at the same time, so it was a second job, and I just couldn't figure out. I couldn't get my schedule right. I was exhausted. I was, it just wasn't worth it. I was making way more money at UPS. It was just that it just didn't work. So I just quit. I didn't like it. It wasn't fun.
Any tips? Any secrets you can tell us?
There's a whole
secret doors?
there's a whole dressing room. There's a whole thing back there. They start you out, in the kiddie ride section. If you're new, they'll start you out there. I was on ride, so I think I was in one of, I forget which ride. I don't even know if I worked there a week. I think it was only a day, to be honest with you. I remember going there and just going, I don't like this, and I quit. But yeah, I was on one of the kid rides, just sitting there. I was training, so I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was sitting there training. But yeah, it was, you wear your outfit. Everybody's got an outfit for the section that they're in and when the ride that they're doing. That's no secrets though. It was, it's like they try to treat it like a theater. You get back there and you get dressed and you go out there. So
Interesting.
a little bit. David?
Never have worked at one.
Okay.
And I'm glad, because I would hate that. I think it would ruin the whole experience of going to them.
Nah, it didn't really ruin it for me, but.
I've never worked at one.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have.
I would never even consider. I don't know why. I would never even consider applying for that job. It seems rough.
It's not.
Seems
The hours are shitty.
Yeah, it seems like it would suck to work there.
It's like retail, kind of. It really is similar to retail.
Yeah.
Retail's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, retail. Is awful.
No, I've never worked at one. Don't know anybody who I don't know anybody who's worked at one. I do remember, and I asked that question because I remember somebody was like, "Oh, there's this parking thing. If you go around the back, you can park. You can get free parking if you park in the employee parking."
That's true.
I remember that was like a trick.
Yeah, and I did that when I learned there's a secret. I learned that So when next time I went, I did park in the
Employee parking.
employee parking.
Yeah. That's the only one I ever heard. I was like, okay, cool, good to know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mindy,
Of course I did. I worked at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
how long?
Gosh, I really don't know. I think 6 months, maybe the longest. Maybe.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking you worked there so long. You
No.
didn't remember.
And I too remember having to get there. It was such
It's hard
a pain
to get.
in the ass because you got to get in their park, and then it was a hike to get to where you had to change into uniform. And you walk in, and it's like several uniforms. You tell them your size, and
No.
yeah, I'm not kidding.
So
and
you didn't even bring your uniform
No.
to work?
You
No, they were
turn it-
there. You turn it at the end of the day. They wash them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a fun fact.
It's like literally like for whatever section you are, you'll see, oh, here's all the pink outfits. Here's all the red one for whatever area you're in. You're dressing
What? That's
with
cool.
And then
cool to know.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, did not
Cool-
do
cool to
experience.
know.
Yeah.
and so you had to get there and you had to time it, if I remember correctly, just right. So you had to get dressed. Then you had so much time it was another long ass walk for where I had to be. And there's just a million places there. So you sometimes could get a ride. I think they had trams or something around, but I think I had to walk where I had to go.
Oh my God. So you're like me. You get to work an hour and a half early just so you can get in,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You couldn't show up in your uniform and get started. You showed up, you got changed, and then you walked to wherever you had to. And you've seen the park; it's big, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Well,
may
Magic
end up.
Mountain is a lot of hills.
Yeah, it's very hilly. So I don't know if there were trams. I don't remember a tram. I remember having to walk to where
Well,
I need. Where
I don't
work.
even know if it was. I just remember. I remember catching a ride a couple times in like a golf cart or
Probably.
something.
maybe like a security.
Yeah,
probably.
cart. Yeah.
And I just remember you were assigned, like he said, to certain areas, and once you worked there long enough, you could graduate to maybe
the bigger and better
the
rides.
roller coasters, for instance.
Yeah.
But for me, it was food service. I think somewhere some people got the petting zoo, which I was like, I want the petting zoo.
That would be like the worst ever for me.
And some people were picking up trash. I mean,
Yeah.
it's. Which
Yeah.
that wouldn't be so bad. I wouldn't mind that because they're just sweeping and they're picking up all the cigarette. Well, not cigarette butts. I don't think they had those. Too many of those.
Well, maybe when you
yeah,
worked there.
back in that time they did. But
Yeah.
just trash on the ground. You're sweeping it up, and that would have been a cool gig if I stuck around. But yeah, it was minimum wage. It was one of those
Yeah,
jobs.
and it was
What?
like you got paid minimum wage
Yeah.
to put up with all that crap. And then even lunch was horrible too because there wasn't much to choose from. You went to the cafeteria, I think.
That was my next question.
I don't remember that.
They had a cafeteria?
Yeah, they had a
For
cafeteria.
employees?
Uh,
Or
I,
just like in general?
I think it was in general.
Like at the Moose Lounge? Because there's the Moose Lounge.
See, I don't remember.
don't remember.
I just remember walking in this place. It was
So
like a
long ago.
cafeteria. I don't know if it was just for the employees. And it was just gross food. Like,
And this for me this was 23 years ago. I barely remember it.
same
It's
here.
like-
And longer for me.
What
You
was the
guys are
big
so
ride? That
old.
was my question. What was the big ride? What was the ride that was like everybody wanted to ride
The,
when you worked there?
The
No, they
what was
had-
it called?
Colossus?
Colossus. Yes.
Viper was there. Revolution, right? Was the bigger one. Is that still there?
When
still
I
there.
was a young...
No, I think they just took out Revolution not too long ago.
Okay, Revolution was big. Viper was huge. Superman was coming. When I worked there, I think Superman was one of the ones that was kind of coming in. That one's kind of
I remember that.
silly though, right? It just goes up. And
But it had a lot of hype.
Yeah, it really did.
I remember when I was a kid, Viper, like you
Yeah,
said.
Viper was
Yeah,
the
Viper
big one.
went on when I was a kid.
That was
But
a fun one.
Revolution was the first roller coaster to have a loop.
That was the one I remember.
Yeah.
Revolution.
And didn't it
the
have 2 loops?
Colossus.
Just one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Viper had 8 loops or 8 something. It was
Yeah,
a
and it
thing.
really tall, really tall Viper was. There might be taller ones now, but at the time it was really tall. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of Ninja. Is that one that
Yep.
was there?
Yeah, I loved Ninja.
So Ninja was there.
Your feet dangled. It was the first
Yeah.
one where your feet dangled.
I think it was one of the first ones with a track above the coaster instead of the opposite.
Yeah.
Where your feet dangled.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Ryan, my brother Ryan, tricked me into riding Viper. He was like, look over here. Like we were in line. He just like talked to me the entire line. And then they're like, all right, you guys, come on. I was like, wait, what? Where are we? Like what ride? And I was so young. I'm surprised I was tall enough. But I remember getting on and Ryan was like, it's fine. You're not going to die. You're not going to die. And I was like, well, that's true. So I rode it. I was so scared. Yeah, he tricked me into riding it. And I remember after we got off, I was like, let's ride it again. So it was one of my memories of Ryan for sure.
That's funny. Jen A is in the chat. She says, hi, guys. She said, Revolution is now a VR ride, virtual reality ride.
Oh, cool.
Is that what that means?
Kind of like we're saying about Disneyland, right? Like a screen.
Yeah, it's
A
just
simulation,
screen.
maybe?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. So I got some fun facts that Stephanie got for us. There are more than 400 amusement parks in the U.S. and approximately 300 in Europe. That's a lot. Wow. We only named maybe
200
10?
in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot in
There's
Florida.
only 200 of them in Florida.
And California's got quite a few too.
I think if I looked it up. Oh, it's our next fact.
Oh, okay. There are roughly 10 to 20 amusement parks in California, depending on what you consider an amusement park or not. So, yeah, it's probably about this. Florida's probably competitive there. They probably got a few more, maybe. But
Yeah, because they're including water parks.
okay.
And I think they're also including like Safari Adventure and like zoos.
right.
So that's why I
right.
said like 10 to 20 because it's really like 10 like, you know, what thrill ride parks or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And then, 10 like zoos, water parks, safaris. And then that same list, because I read and then I kind of condense, it was also they considered Disneyland, California Adventure 2 parks, and then they considered Disneyland Resort a 3rd park,
Oh, really?
which I was like,
That's
no.
odd. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
So
a
I
park.
kind of gave a range because it was, yeah, it's like, because there's downtown Disney, there's the shopping and the food and ESPN Center. It's like, okay, that's not also an amusement park.
Right,
It's a mall.
right.
If you have to pay to get in it, that's an amusement park.
Exactly. Yeah.
So downtown Disney is not an amusement park.
Exactly. You go there for free.
That's like calling City Walk an amusement park. It is
right.
not an amusement
And you guys
park.
were talking about that boardwalk and where were you saying what city? It was a cool pier or whatever.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah. So it's like that's like calling Santa Monica Pier like an amusement park. No,
right.
not
And yeah,
really.
you don't have to pay to get in.
It's a park, I guess.
Well,
It's
you have to pay to
amusing.
ride the rides. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said depending on what you consider.
Right. Mindy's standing for this one, I guess.
She's coughing.
Mandy's
up a storm.
trying. She's trying to breathe. Okay.
What is going on with
She's
you?
choking.
It's been 4 weeks.
She has not coughed in the mic once, so I give her credit.
Yeah. All right. What did we learn on this podcast?
I learned that you and Mindy both worked at Magic Mountain,
Damn,
but
that's
25 years apart.
Well, she was. Well, yeah, she was probably well before I was.
Have you guys ever talked about that? When?
I
What
think we
year?
touched on it briefly, but I never really considered myself as a person that worked
But what year
there.
did you work there?
Oh
if you had to
gosh,
guesstimate?
probably 94,
Mindy, what year did you work there?
Probably
95, something like that.
87, 88.
Okay. Oh, I was born in 85. Okay, so nowhere near each other. I almost want. I thought Mindy had worked there for many years, and maybe it overlapped, but
When,
no such.
do you
thing.
guys remember when it changed to Six Flags?
I do.
Because it wasn't Six Flags originally. It
I
was
don't
just
remember
Magic
that.
Mountain, and then it became Six
Six
Flags.
Flags
Magic
bought
Mountain.
them.
And they got a Looney Tunes theme. That was not originally the theme. My mom worked there when she was a teenager, and it was a troll thing was the
Trolls.
theme. And the big ride was Gold Rusher when she worked there,
Well,
which
that was
to
a
me
long
is like the
time ago.
slowest
That was 100 years ago.
coaster ever. But yeah,
It's a long.
she used to
time
talk about that. I remember when
Yeah, because I've
Six
always
Flags didn't
known
have
it
it.
to be Magic Mountain.
In her
it was called
rocker-
Magic Mountain. It just wasn't called Six Flags Magic Mountain. It was
Right.
called Magic Mountain, and that was it.
Yes.
Back in the
Six
day,
Flags, bought it.
when I worked at Magic Mountain.
That's
am I?
it. Yeah, that's
am
exactly
I?
how she sounds.
And Wayne was born in 88.
And David Bender said, I rode Revolution when it opened in 76.
Yes.
Speaking of age,
I think we should all give a hand to David
Yeah.
Bender.
Thank you, David. I'm
was-
right there with you.
I was 1 year old.
I was 0, not alive.
That's fantastic.
Wayne said I was born in 88. He said that already, Mindy, I think. Yeah.
I was born in 85.
So what did you learn, David?
I learned that Jason and I are very similar in this, that we both don't like amusement parks because of people.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, that's what I don't like. Mindy,
I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of really anything.
it's
Oh, that
Do I gotta
maybe,
write it down?
maybe that you like zoos,
I love zoos.
zoos and circuses.
Yes, I love that zoos have a lot of hills. As we mentioned, because to me it's like going to the gym and the zoo at the same time.
Right.
Like I like anything that I can get a workout doing and be amused. So I love zoos. Love them.
I learned that David went to some place similar to Universal, but it was in Virginia, and it's called Paramount,
That's kind of cool.
King's Dominion.
King's Dominion.
What a weird name though, right?
I like it though.
It's cool, but it's
Kind of
weird.
sounds.
It was
Who
really
names it
weird
that?
because they had the theme like
Round
movies all
table?
over the place. They had like movie stuff all over the place, gangster movies, all this stuff. But it wasn't like none of the rides were themed for the movies. They just had roller coasters. Like it was like Magic Mountain and Universal mixed.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had that. It didn't have like the tram and you got to see where they filmed stuff. No, it didn't do anything like
Okay.
that.
I just think about the boardroom and they're like, "What are we gonna name it?" And somebody's like, "King's Dominion," and they were like, "Yeah,
It sounds badass. You know, like, well, we're gonna be in
Yeah.
the dominion of the king.
yeah." It sounds way cooler than it probably actually was.
That's
It was good.
true.
It was a good amusement park.
So it's trivia time. Do you have your trivia?
I really do. It is in my purse. I have to go grab it, but I really did do it.
All right, go ahead and grab it.
Okay.
Well,
It's
hurry
time
up.
for that.
Alrighty. You guys don't talk about me while I'm gone.
We'll know because I'm sure you listen.
Did you guys say that last fun fact? There are roughly 10 to 20 amusement parks in
We did.
California. Okay.
Yeah, we said that.
That's
I
pretty
think you were-
accurate.
I think you were coughing your
Yeah.
lungs out.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
dying.
what's going on? Everything all right? You feeling okay?
Yeah, just got one of those weird air pockets again.
Air pockets. Explain it. Describe what that is. What's an air pocket?
Just feels like when you open your mouth, like air goes into, I don't know, your throat,
A dry spot. In
a
your
dry
throat?
spot,
That's what it is. For
and
me.
you can't like get rid of it.
Weird. That's
It's
crazy.
the worst. I only cough when I laugh. David is very funny when he's not on this podcast, and he cracks me up
Wow.
every time. I tell him, "Don't make me laugh when I'm sick," because laughing just makes me cough. So
I don't even
hard.
remember what I said the other night in bed, and she was gonna.
I couldn't breathe.
She was like Minnie just now, about to lose a lung.
Yeah,
That's
I
hilarious.
was. I literally had to sit up because I couldn't breathe.
And I
That's
think too, because I don't talk a lot throughout the day, so this like practically kills me when towards the end.
That's
Yeah.
funny. All right, let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
So, somebody's got to write it down.
Okay.
All right, that's Mindy every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she's doing the trivia, then it's David.
It's never
Definitely.
me.
It's never me.
Never again.
The only time it was ever effed up was when I did the scoring. So that's for sure. All right, ladies and gents, y'all ready?
I think so.
I do have amusement park trivia that I made myself.
Nice.
Yeah, because I like to do that. All right, number 1. What year did the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland open? A, 1955, B, 1960, C, 1969, D, 1975.
Mindy.
Jason.
1960.
Incorrect, Mindy.
1969.
That is correct, 1969. The,
The
year
year she
Mindy
was
was born.
Dope.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, number 2. Which is the world's longest hybrid coaster? A,
Hybrid.
Goliath. B, Twisted Colossus. C, Scream. D, X.
David.
Mindy.
All right, David.
Jason.
Colossus X.
Well,
You just
there's
said two.
there's B, Twisted Colossus, or D,
Oh, sorry.
X.
Twisted Colossus.
Twisted Colossus is correct.
Yes.
What was that? What is it? That's a what?
The longest hybrid,
Hybrid.
coaster.
What the hell's a
Because
hybrid?
it's got wood.
Oh,
it's the
and
wood
metal.
and the metal.
And
right
Makes it a
there.
little smoother.
It used to be
probably.
Colossus, and then they revamped it to Twisted Colossus.
Oh,
goes
so
upside
that's
down.
still in. That's
No.
still.
It's still
oh,
at Magic
really?
Mountain.
You'll be. It's hard to. You can't really talk about it on the podcast as well. But you're next to each other, and then one will go over the other one upside down.
Oh,
so
that's
you're like,
so cool.
Not necessarily racing, but that's the visual you could imagine.
That's
Two carts.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so they redid it.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Number 3. Which park opened in 1955? A, Disneyland. B, Disney World. C, Universal Studios. D, Busch Gardens.
Mindy.
Jason.
Disneyland.
Disneyland is correct. Disneyland opened in
I was
1955,
gonna
Really?
say that
I
too.
thought it was
Before-
earlier.
before Disney World. All right, number 4. What show replaced the Star Trek adventure at Universal Studios Hollywood? A. Animal Actors School Show. B. Jurassic Park, How It Was Made. C. The Flintstones Show. Or D. Waterworld, A Live Sea
David.
War.
Mindy.
David.
Waterworld.
No, incorrect. Mindy.
Jurassic Park.
No, Jason,
Oh.
you have Animal Actors School Show or The Flintstones Show.
I'm gonna go with Animal Actor School Show.
No, it was The Flintstones. You can actually see the Flintstones lot on the back lot of Universal Studios.
Really?
1 point, Fome.
So you see, this is where loving amusement parks would come in really, really handy because I'm gonna butcher all.
I
That.
made them all really hard so it wouldn't be skewed in one way or another. I
Cool.
almost did no Disneyland because we've been.
We've all been.
We have 2, but it's been a long time.
Right,
so,
it's been a lot longer for them.
Yeah.
And I didn't do Disney World because we've never been and you guys had. So.
Yeah.
Number 5. How many times has Universal Studios backlot been damaged by fires?
Oh shit.
A, 20. B, 15. C, 9. D, 4.
Jason.
David.
Jason.
God, that was close.
It was very close. Whoever I imagined first.
I'm gonna go with 20.
Incorrect. 20 is not correct. Mindy?
4.
4 is not correct.
I'm gonna go 9.
9 is correct.
I
9
was gonna
fires have damaged the Universal Studios backlot, which is on a hill if
And
you're
I-
from California.
I believe 2 of them have taken out King Kong.
Oh, interesting.
They've had it twice. One of them where they fixed it and it was fine, and the next one they destroyed
They
it.
just redid it.
Wow.
No, they had to redo it the second time.
Oh, it's really cool. It's a cool ride. Anyway,
Is it? Okay.
It's really good. Number 6. Disney World is in what city?
Jason.
A? Yep.
Orlando,
Incorrect.
Florida.
I want to hear the choices.
All right. A, Orlando, which is not right. B, Anaheim. C, Tampa. D, Bay Lake.
Mindy. Tampa.
No.
Can you repeat the question, actually?
Disney World is in what city? Anaheim or Bay Lake?
Bay Lake.
Yeah, because Anaheim's
It's
in California.
Anaheim. Fucking bullshit.
It's
It throws you off though. That's a trick question.
Because
It
I
is.
thought it was for sure Orlando. Because
They say Orlando, Florida, but it is technically in Bay Lake.
I
the
should
small
have
city
known that
next to it.
shit that you brought it up
Uh-huh.
as a trick question.
I thought it was interesting to know though, because they say
Bay
things are
Lake.
like the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
it's
pretty
in Anaheim.
scary.
You know what's funny
You know?
is I think the Vegas Strip, is like that.
Is not technically in the city of Las Vegas at all.
Fremont Street is, and that's why it's covered, so you
Yeah.
can drink outside. The only way you can drink outside in Fremont is because it's covered. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
But on the
Strip?
strip, it's not actually
not-
in Vegas.
You mean the
Technically
newer
in-
strip?
The actual,
Yeah,
Right.
that's the
big
original.
strip.
Exactly.
Fremont's been there longer. Yeah.
Fremont is in the city of Las Vegas.
So the other one's Henderson or what?
It's I don't even know.
I'd have to look it
But
up,
it's
but
not-
it actually isn't in the same
yeah,
city.
it's actually
Weird.
not in the city of Las Vegas.
Crazy.
Huh.
What's the scores, by the way?
David
Yeah.
has 3. I have 2. Stephanie has 1. You have 0.
Well, he doesn't like amusement parks, so.
Yes.
Number 7. What princess castle is in Disney World? A. Sleeping Beauty. B. Snow White. C.
Mindy.
Jason. Oh,
Mindy?
fuck.
Snow White.
No.
Damn it.
Jason.
Sleeping Beauty. It's my only other option.
Okay.
That's all I have.
It's incorrect.
Okay. I don't. You only gave me 2.
I know which one it is
Well,
now.
don't tell David.
Dang it.
C. Where am I? C. Cinderella. D. Ariel.
Cinderella.
Yes.
Ariel.
Damn it, I should have listened.
So Disney World has Cinderella, and
Stupid.
Disneyland, I believe, is Sleeping Beauty.
I don't care. I really honestly could give a shit.
Hey, I made it hard for a reason. It's a challenge.
Dang it, why didn't I just hold on?
All right.
I
Number
think that's it, David.
Yeah, I think David
I mean,
won.
how many more do we have?
Yeah.
4.
David won the theme park trivia.
Let's do it for fun, though.
Well, no. How many? What are the scores?
David's got 4.
So 4. You have 2.
Uh-huh.
That's 6.
And Stephanie's got 1.
1.
I have 3 more questions.
So there's 3 more. You can still.
You can tie.
Still
Okay.
tie.
Well,
She can win. She can win, and you can tie, right?
7. Yeah, I could. No, I'm out of it. With 3 left,
okay.
I can tie Mindy.
All right.
Mindy,
So Mindy can tie.
but I can cock block.
Yes, and you can cock block.
So I'm gonna cock block.
All right. Perfect. Number
I'm not
8.
gonna cock
Which
block.
is the largest water park in California? A. Hurricane Harbor in Concord. B. Raging Waters in San Dimas. C. Wet and Wild in Palm Springs. D. Knott's Soak City in Buena Park.
Mindy.
Okay.
Jason.
San Dimas.
Raging Waters in San Dimas is correct.
That was the one I was thinking, and then you said Palm Springs, and I'm like, uh-oh. I don't even know what that one is.
Yeah.
I backed off.
Janae is saying Clark County is Las Vegas.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't even.
Yeah?
No,
yeah,
no
Jenny?
idea.
We'll talk later. There's some fun fact about that where the sign of Las Vegas isn't really in the city, something like that. Okay, so 9. How much is a regular one-day ticket to Disneyland?
Oh, fuck.
One day.
I have
Okay.
no clue.
Okay.
A, $200. B, $129. C, $99. D,
Jason.
$79.
It's 99.
Mindy,
Jason is not 99.
Mother.
Mindy.
129.
It is 129. If you remember before, I said a season pass is as much as 2 days.
All right. So Mindy
Is
and
tied.
David are tied
See, and she called it. Good,
the-
you put it out there. That juju.
for the win or cock block.
Yeah, for the win or cock block. What city is Legoland in?
Jason, Anaheim.
You can't play anymore.
Incorrect.
It's between me and
No,
David.
no.
No,
It's still 10.
That's
This is,
only after the 10th question.
Oh, okay.
Because before, David and I were after 10. We were already in tiebreaker. That's why you couldn't cock block.
Okay, I'm going to break mine out because I didn't even have all my 10 questions and you guys called it.
No. It was
Nope.
after 10, Mindy.
It was after 10, and Jason was the
I
one
didn't do
running
10
it.
on mine.
You weren't running the thing.
Yeah, it was.
No, you were
I
trying
was
to guess.
hosting.
Yes.
I was hosting.
No, I have mine.
What the fuck is she talking
That
about?
was from beer. And you guys.
But that's
No. We're-
you
what-
tried to chime in one time when Jason was giving a quiz,
And
and
we
we
were-
told you couldn't because it was already after the 10th question. We were in a tiebreaker.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
What were you
then
talking
what are you
about?
talking about?
I'm talking about when I gave my quiz,
Uh-huh.
you guys said you guys couldn't cock block
No,
each
we
other.
didn't. You're
No.
confusing two
Yeah,
tests.
you are. Well, you're going off of the last one that we did. Last one that I hosted.
Yes.
And we did 10, so we went
Yeah.
to extra,
Yes.
and you couldn't cock block because it was between them. They were tied.
That's right. And you were
which
like,
is-
why can't I cock block? And we said, because it's after the 10th question already.
Yeah.
So you're just rumming them all together. It might have been the same night.
You can twat swat, though.
Might
You
have
can
been
definitely
the same
twat
night.
swat.
You can twat
can
swat
twat
if you
Women
want.
twat
Twat-
swat.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Men
no.
cock block
Oh, no.
and women twat swat.
Twat swat.
It's like the female version of cock block. Yeah. We'll talk about it on Bitches
It's
Whining.
beautiful. So
All right. 10th question.
Jason's out.
Jason is out, but you can still cock block like we just discussed.
I just guessed though, and I lost.
That is true.
I said
You said
Anaheim.
Anaheim,
I didn't
and
even
that
hear
is
the-
incorrect. I will re-say it.
Oh my God!
What city is Legoland in? Did she say her name?
I did not.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. A, Carlsbad, California. B, Billund, Denmark. C, New York, New York. D, all the above.
David.
Mindy.
David.
Carlsbad.
No. Mindy.
What was the other three?
B, Billund, Denmark. C, New York, New York. D, all the above. It's not Anaheim. And it's not Carlsbad. So where is Legoland located? B, Billund, Denmark. C, New York, New York. D,
We
all
need
the
an
above.
answer, Mindy.
I'm
She's dumbfounded.
Yeah.
I'm so good at trivia.
going to say New York, New York.
Nope.
It's all
That
the
is
above.
incorrect. It is all the above. There are actually 7 Legolands. The first one was in Billund, Denmark.
Damn it.
So now we're in extra innings.
As soon as California was out, I'm like, well,
Do
there's
you
one
ha-
in California.
So Stephanie got that one.
Stephanie didn't make extra though.
I always have extra. It is not amusement park trivia, but I have it right here.
All right, so we're in extras. It's a battle against Davindi.
Yes. So now we are in extras. Jason cannot participate because
Nope.
we're in a tiebreaker. And it is between Mindy and David. I can still win because if they both get it wrong, I just keep getting points. All right, so we're going to go to general. I'm trying to kind of find one that's, no, but it's not. Okay. So I'm just going to go the next. I'm going to do this. Okay. This is the question. It's history.
Okay.
Okay. What ancient civilization is known for creating the first written language? A, ancient Egypt. B, ancient Greek. C, ancient Rome. D, ancient Sumeria.
Mindy.
Mindy.
I'm just going to go with Egypt.
It is not Egypt. David? ancient, Greek, Rome, or Sumeria?
Samaria.
That is correct. It is
I was going to say Samaria.
ancient
That's the only other-
Sumeria.
Nice
That
job,
was a
David.
close one.
That's the only other one.
Good job, guys.
Good job. So now you guys are on your little streak. We started.
we're
Mindy,
too strong.
Mindy and I started the year strong, and now you guys are. Congratulations, Jason.
Wow.
I'm so used to saying it. Congratulations, David. Good job, buddy. Well, that was a fun podcast.
That was a good one.
It was amusing.
I see what
I
you
see
did
what you
there.
did.
You see what
Yeah.
I did there. It
Yeah,
was
I
amusing.
saw that.
Jenna, did you see what he did there?
Jen?
She sees what I did.
She always says that. I see what you did there.
I see what you did there. Thank you for listening to The Difference Between Us. If you love what we do on this podcast, we are certain you will enjoy our additional content on Patreon, including B-roll, which we're recording right after this, Just Ask Us, Poor Decisions, Bitches Whining, and a brand new show we're going to be doing. WTF is on Netflix. That's coming in March. And of course, Word on the Streets, we are still doing that. In fact, Trivia is being hosted by Stephanie on Mondays. I'm going to bring the equipment.
Yep.
And hopefully get some people to answer some questions.
Yes.
So now that makes room for us to actually start to get more Word on the Streets out there. So
That's right.
lots of shows.
And there might be one about the car too. Don't forget that one.
What about the car? Yeah, we haven't done that yet. Yeah, well, that's coming. We're going to be on our commute, whatever we decide to call it.
That's right.
The commuting show.
The commuting show. So subscribe now. Say that word fast. Subscribe now and get this exclusive programming. Also, if you love this show, tell a friend. Follow us on Podbean, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you prefer to listen to podcasts. And check out our other show out of Low Tree Studios, the Jason and Mindy podcast. Next time on The Difference Between Us, we're going to talk about farting. Is that what we did? Is that what we discussed? Are we doing it?
Yes, but it's not going to be like raunchy and boy
Flatulations.
humor. Yeah, we're going to talk about flatulence because I am really interested, and I literally don't know. Like, when do you fart,
Okay.
or do you keep it in? Do you not fart at work in case somebody walks in? Do you only fart in your car? There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But it's a serious topic. It's not going to be.
Yeah, there is some good questions, and there's some good answers to that too.
It's going to be a deep dive.
One question is why I just called it flatulations.
That's your Jasonism.
That's what we like to call it here at Low Tree Studios.
Conflatulations.
Conflatulations.
Wayne just said just call it the Roadcast.
Oh, Roadcast. That's a great idea.
Ooh, Roadcast.
Wayne's got
is a
great
good
ideas
one.
and still
I
want
like
to see
It kind
your.
of sounds dirty too at the same time. The roadcast.
It does.
Why does it sound?
What
Why
are
You're
does
getting a
that,
roadie. I don't know.
that doesn't sound dirty to me at all.
Like you're getting.
On B-roll, we're going to talk about how David names fish, and maybe it'll give you a better insight to how David got from roadshow
Roadcast.
to roadhead.
Yeah, roadhead.
Jesus.
To Roadcast.
That's my husband. I love him so much. Oh my God. So
I'm always thinking about it.
And by the way, Wayne, we still want to see your design for Bitches Whining. You
Oh,
said-
yeah.
you said
Please
you're gonna
send. Please
definitely-
send.
You can email us. Does he have our email?
He can just write. He can DM me,
On Facebook.
On
yeah,
Facebook.
it's all on Facebook.
which I think is
that.
which is a way dirtier term.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said he can't do
When
that.
it first came around, they're like, "Oh, DM me." I'm like, "I'm married." Okay. I never really knew what I meant.
But it was around before that.
I know. I always thought it was
Because I remember
gross.
saying, "Oh, someone said to DM," and you're like, you got mad. You're like, "Who said to DM
I said,
you?"
"Who the fuck wants you to DM them?" And he's like, "It means direct message." And I was like, oh, "All right, cool."
Well, wait. So here comes the Mindy. What is DM for
Direct
Direct
message.
message.
It means
No,
like
but
write
the
me.
dirty part.
I was just like, "What a DM?" You know how like US a D.
I
You
don't
know,
What is
or
that?
the D goes in the V.
Oh.
Like
my-
people use initials to be covert, but it's not covert. Like,
Right.
oh, I'm gonna S that D. Oh my, I can't even say it. But yeah. So DM me just seems like ooh, DM me. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
sounds like in that connotation.
So
like
who does have a
like
dirty mind then?
Dick
an
me
imper-
or
I do. I just don't say it out. I think women have a way dirtier mind. We just don't talk about it out loud.
yeah, that's something.
Guys are like, huh, she said DM. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We'll talk
All right.
about it on B-roll.
We will. So flatulence coming on the next podcast. Going to be great. And we're going to keep it clean, though. We're going to, as clean as flatulence
I
will
doubt
be.
it.
Yeah, but it's going to be an honest conversation about a taboo subject, which is the show.
For sure. That's, hey, ooh.
And sometimes you can't
That
trust
should
it.
be the mission, an honest conversation about taboo subjects.
Yes.
That should be our tagline.
Write it
this
down.
Just in.
Write that down, dude.
Just in.
The difference between us has a new tagline.
Honest.
Because what do
We need to copyright it first.
No, because we use the tagline where the four of us discuss the difference between between people and unique perspectives each of us have.
Yes.
I like the other one better.
I
so
like the
write
other one
that
better.
write that down.
Mindy's writing it
Do you-
down, and
So-
that is what I try to think about. Like when our very first show was about toilets, that's what I want. I think that's what we all want this show to be.
Are we just B-rolling now?
Well, sort of.
Well, if you like this, you got to become a Patreon
So,
member.
okay,
Yeah.
so did I write it down? Honest conversations about taboo subjects.
That's
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, cool.
cool.
Until then, guys, we love you. Have an incredible week. Bye-bye for now. Adios, amigos.
Bye.
Bye-bye.